This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
After an 8-year absence, Bahamas Air is flying into West Palm Beach again.
Fern Carey tonight tells us that the destination is a popular one for Bahamians and visitors alike due to its accommodations and shopping venues, which airline executives say is reflected in the forward bookings, which are already at 70%.
Bahamas Air has restarted its direct service here to West Palm Beach, and travelers are already taking advantage of the service.
Flights between Palm Beach into Nassau during the week of Christmas, the week of Thanksgiving are full. They are full out of West Palm Beach. You have to acknowledge that West Palm Beach has a pretty high income per capita. The persons here, a significant amount of them are retirees, and they love the Bahamas.
Bahamas Air's inaugural flight into West Palm Beach Sunday left Nassau on schedule at 12:45 p.m. with the 50-seater Dash 8 aircraft filled to capacity. It arrived in Palm Beach 10 minutes ahead of its 1:45 p.m. schedule. Bahamas Air initially flew into Palm Beach back in 2005. However, it withdrew the service due to reduced capacity. However, airline chairman Valentine Grimes says the flight is part of the national flight carrier's focus on new international routes, and he indicated that for the first time in decades, the airline was able to realize a profit.
We were able to turn around a deficit of some $500,000 from 2012 to an operating profit of $250,000, and that's a turnaround of some $750,000. For the month of August, Mr. Dyer and the Chief Financial Officer has advised me that the operating profits will be almost $1 million.
Palm Beach is home to many Bahamian families who settle there, and apart from its cultural diversity, the destination has a tremendous range of shopping venues. Now, members of the travel community from Nassau are also here in West Palm Beach getting a first-hand look on how to sell this destination successfully to Bahamians.
Bahamians will just jump for joy. They're going to say, I don't have to go to Orlando. I have another option.
I think it's going to be a success if it's not already. From what I understand, the bookings are already up to 75%.
Love it, love it, love it. I have not been here in about 3 years. There's a lot of major changes, but the city has grown and it's absolutely beautiful.
Travelers are being encouraged to take advantage of Bahamas Air's special introductory one-way fare into Palm Beach, which expires on November 15th. Reporting from West Palm Beach, Florida, I'm Fern Carey.
3 Bahamian fishermen are now in the Dominican Republic after they were rescued on the high seas. The North Andros men, identified as Captain Basil Bowleg, Nigel Knowles, and Clifton Colebrook, left Low Sound on Wednesday past and were expected to return home Friday. The sister of the captain, Vanria Ramming, says the 3 reportedly encountered some challenges and needed help. We understand Bahamian officials are now making arrangements to have the men return to the country.
State Finance Minister Michael Alcides attended the Bahamas Institute of Chartered Accountants conference this morning, where he and Financial Secretary John Rowe told accountants why tax reform is necessary.
What BICA is doing here today, I think it's very, very important. It's part of our ramping up of the public education process so that the Bahamian people can understand. This is not the government seeking to disadvantage the business community, seeking to make the cost of living higher for anybody else. It's a realization that we're going in a particular trajectory in terms of the debt and the deficits and how much money we have to spend to service that, and we have to change it. And we're going to do so in a way that's gradual and as painless as possible. And I think once the Bahamian people get a greater understanding of what we're doing, there'll be a greater acceptance of it.
Now, the state minister says VAT legislation will reach the public domain in short order. President of BICA, Jasmine Davis, says it's something the accounting community is interested in.
President of BICA, I sit on the Central Revenue Agency Steering Committee, which is responsible for the implementation of VAT. And so we are aware all along the way in terms of what's happening right now in the background. The legislation is soon to be released, and that is something that the accounting community would be very, very interested in. We would have to support our clients in terms of them implementing VAT in their various businesses. Accountants are in every industry, so it does definitely impact the profession.
Well, it's time for the poll question of the week, and many of you should be happy to weigh in on this one. This week's question is, should employees be able to collect sick benefits from their employers and national insurance? You can submit your answers at ZNSBahamas.com. The results will be released on Friday.
Coming up in Family Island News, it's Careers Day in South Andros. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight.
McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Charisma Robinson. RBC reopening 2 key branches in Western New Providence. The RBC Airport and Lyford Key branches have both been rebuilt in prime new locations. RBC has a total of 26 branches in the Bahamas, 15 of which are in New Providence. During its 105th year presence in the Bahamas, the bank has grown from the original staff of 3 to an organization employing more than 800 professionals. Hopetown Harbor Lodge announced the appointment today of veteran luxury hotelier Alan Davis as manager of the historic property that was purchased in June 2012 by a group of Bahamian investors. The hospitality veteran joins the 25-room Hopetown Harbor Lodge as it undergoes a common areas renovation. And in international business news, Pegatron Corporation, the Taiwanese company that assembles Apple's iPhone 5C, has reported lower than expected profits. Analysts have said that Pegatron is experiencing slower orders for the 5C, which is Apple's cheaper smartphone. Net profits were $84 million for its third quarter, slightly below analysts' forecast, but higher than it made last year. That was your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Charisma Robinson.